crazy mother.
What it do, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Sherrod Corner. You are now rocking with the mobile version of the Soul Vision Podcast. You know that place where what it do. Soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Sherrod Corner. You are now rocking with the mobile version of the Soul Vision Podcast. You know that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Today, as I'm driving on my way to Grand Rapids on this raggedy ass road, hey, I came across another pandering ass pimp spitting all that venom to those ladies. You know, the provocateurs of division amongst the black community. Telling women, hey, your man should do whoop, 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 and have whoop, 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 whoop. Ladies, let's be smart, right? First of all, I would never listen to anybody that's telling you to stay away from men, period. Because there's too many dudes out there that could be the right guy. The right guy. I don't know if y'all are looking for the right guy. I think you're just looking for this mythological, made-up figment of everyone's imagination. This perfect gentleman. This man that never gets mad. This man that never corrects you. This man that never tells you how he feels. The whole 9 yards. See, you all have gone to the extreme. You know, there's either this bad dude that just don't help out around the house, don't help with the kids, leave you with the kids, don't work, play video games all day, smoke, drink, whatever. It's either he's a total dusty bum or he's this over 6 foot, 6-figure, 6-pack having Adonis of an individual that, you know, this unicorn that every woman wants but only a few chosen can have. Come on now. Y'all got these dudes out here, man, building a life of wealth off of y'all. You all are putting your money, your time, your energy into building up another man for his wife to live the very life he's trying to sell you. He got y'all out here wishing on a star for this man, this man that gives his woman all this money, and you know, why don't you take the energy that you have, get with a dude that has the same kind of energy before y'all get off into sex and money and all this stuff? Spend the time to get to know one another and then build together. Y'all can build each other up. You building this man up to take care of his wife the way he said you should be taken care of. Y'all putting money in his pocket. That's the craziest thing in the world to me. Y'all build up other men telling y'all all this wild shit, but then, and I ain't building no man up, I ain't doing this, I ain't gonna do this for no man. But you going to all these seminars, y'all paying for these products, y'all paying for these men to speak, but you won't build up the man you are romantically involved with. That doesn't make any sense to me. You'll spend all this money, all this time, y'all following this man online, following his every word and all his advice and buying his bullshit products. But you won't take a man that's gonna help you build. You won't help build him up. He has to come ready-made. And you're not even the perfect individual. You're not even who you're gonna be, hopefully, 10 years down the line. Everybody's a work in progress. You know, every day we should be looking to become the best versions of ourselves. No one should be, I hope no one thinks that, as I am, I'm the perfect person as I am. You might be cool for the moment or for what the moment requires, but if you're going to move forward in advance, you got to become the best version of yourself you could possibly become. And you should be doing that every chance you get. Learning something new, trying something new. You know what I'm saying? Expound on your experiences. You know, do that with a partner that want to do the same thing with you. But y'all got these dudes out here pandering to y'all, and y'all don't understand that pandering is just nothing but a form of manipulation and control. They're pimping y'all, just like it's just what preachers do, but they're just doing it from social media now. I mean, I can't be mad at them, because hey, if they making that money off y'all, they pimping the shit out y'all, And I just don't understand why so many supposedly smart women out there can't understand the game. Y'all getting gamed on bad as hell. Bad. But you got these guys out here talking soft, a man is always at fault, and everything he do, or you got the one, if a man can't buy you an outfit on y'all first time going out, man, look, before you get to all that BS, you all should be thinking about, how does this man treat me? Is he considerate of my feelings? Is he considerate of my time? Does he communicate with me? Does he communicate consistently? Is he committed to what we're trying to do? Is he game to cooperate with me? Work together? Can we do this and that? Are you able to cooperate? And then when you two come to a head and y'all have a disagreement, can each one of you compromise, from time to time? Because not everybody's going to always get what they want every time they want it. See, a lot of you all are not the type of people that you can build with. You got to check yourself. I understand, hey, I'm a black man, and I know black women don't want to be checked by a black man, because we beneath y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're not intelligent enough to tell you what you need to correct about yourself, because we're all dusties, we're just niggas. That's how most black women view black men. We're just niggas. But for those black women out there, man, that don't mind a brother telling her, yo, sister, you ain't got to be showing your breast every chance you get. Because most of us, that sends the wrong signal. That sends the wrong signal. When I was younger, I never thought in my life that I'd be tired of women showing their ass, showing their vagina print, showing their nipples. You just get to a point where it's like, yeah, here's another one. Here's another clone of the last 10 women I've seen today. At what point do we say, what, hey, this shit ain't working. It's not working. They say if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. And that seems to be what's happening. And then you have the women out there that's going to tell you about all their accomplishments. Hey, I got this. I got 14 degrees, 17 boutiques. I'm on my 3rd PhD for this month. I wrote a dissertation for the Queen of England. It's all these accomplishments. What do you do, right? Okay, and because it really doesn't make you more attractive. Okay, it's nice to know. It might be a great conversation piece. But at the end of the day, what kind of person are you? Are you somebody that can actually sit down and hold a conversation with an individual and not just talk about you? Because a lot of y'all women, y'all talk about you, your problems, your sister's problems. Everything is about you. I dealt with a female, man. First thing she got on the phone, man, a lot of times it ain't even how you doing. It's just blurt out everything that's going wrong in her day, everything that's wrong with her family. It's like, and by the time she realized, damn, I done hogged up the 30, 45 minutes of the first hour or whatever, the first 30 to 45 minutes of the conversation. Oh, by the way, how you doing today? I'm good. I don't know if most of you has ever heard the adults on Charlie Brown talk over the phone and just go, wah, 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 wah. That's how most of you sound. When you're telling us about, I invested, I'm trading, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, that's cool. I mean, hey, get your money. I've never been mad at anybody going to get their money. Like, I'm not mad at the dudes that tell y'all what y'all want to hear. Them pandering pimps, you know, that, hey, I got to give it to them. They got a racket that's going, and from they're feeding y'all egos. They're not holding you accountable for any of the choices that you make in life. They're telling you can blame men for everything that ever happened to you in your life. Hey, if they're making you feel better, cool. But I thought the goal was to become better. You know, that temporary feeling of goodness, it doesn't last long. But when you become a good person, because a lot of y'all are not good people. A lot of you are not. I mean, you know, your accomplishments really doesn't speak to me about your character. And I think what's happening nowadays is that a lot of men are stepping back and finally they finally think with this head instead of the other head, and they're looking at you all, okay, she's thick, she might be hittable. Okay, you know, hey, I'll just see what's up, you know. By the time y'all open your mouth, it's like, man, even y'all bodies just started not even look appealing anymore. I mean, it's like I don't even like talking to her. It's funny when you talk to cats, especially the young cats. When you talk to young cats, they got their own place now, and you tell them, hey man, get your own place. When you get your own place, right, you're gonna be able to weed out all type of women when you discover peace in your own home. When you discover peace in your own home and that woman come over and then all of a sudden she look good, you want to smash, you want to bang. But when you discover that peace of mind and she's not the right person for you, the only thing you can think of is an excuse to get her the hell out. All the while she trying to come over, let me kick it, let me do this. And in your head, you're like, no. You know, you think to yourself, I want to smash out. It'll be good to get a little, you know, get a little something off. But then at the same time, you say, damn, if I do that, once I smash, then she ain't gonna want to leave. And oh my God. Men are waking up. And then men are starting to realize our manhood has nothing to do with you women. Y'all women don't determine our manhood. You only determine what kind of man you like. That's it. Our manhood is not determined by how we treat y'all. Our manhood is determined before we even get with y'all. That's what's wrong with a lot of men. They're being told, hey, you know, your manhood, you know, your children and your wife and your girl, no, y'all don't determine shit. Your manhood is determined before you get these things, or it should be. Then you should know what kind of man you're dealing with. But a lot of y'all don't know what kind of man you want or know what kind of man to deal with because y'all don't really have men around y'all. Y'all just got angry mothers, aunts, grannies, and all of each other. And y'all spew out this bullshit, and then you got these dudes, these bitter brother feminists out here telling you that all men are evil. No, all men aren't evil. The majority of us not. If you logically look at it, if all men were as bad as all these dudes try to claim we are, you women wouldn't stand a chance. But the simple fact that most men are good people, are decent men. You know, hell, we all have our faults and flaws. But I guess you women don't, though. You know, because you got 23 degrees. You know, you got 14 jobs and 12 businesses, 9 online. You know, it's just funny to have a conversation. You know what's really cool is when you sit down and you speak to a black woman and it's a logical conversation. She don't have to agree with you. It's not about agreeing. It's about being open-minded and hearing and communicating. Because a lot of y'all, even though y'all you all are as smart as you know. You're smart, y'all intelligent, but y'all don't know how to communicate. Because the one thing a lot of you women out there lack is the ability to listen. Y'all don't know how to listen. I didn't say take orders. I just said act. Just hear a motherfucker out. Y'all don't know how to do that. Y'all lack that. But y'all will listen to that dude that's telling you all the corny stuff. You never, in one breath though. This is what's funny. In one breath, you all would tell me, you're tired of hearing good morning, queen. You're tired of hearing hello, beautiful. You're tired of hearing, but you will listen to this pandering ass dude all day tell you just not at fault for nothing. This shit is incredible. I mean, but then again, you are who you are, and it's up to men to decide what kind of woman they want. Brothers, y'all gotta realize, man, children are a blessing, or they can be a curse if you pick the wrong woman. Women are a blessing until you pick the wrong one. You gotta take your times, bro. Stop trying to get sex quick. Find out who she is. A lot of times these women they're not worth the sweat that you're gonna bring. They're not worth the energy you're gonna expend. They're not worth the time you're gonna spend. Just because she got a fat ass, some nice titties, and a thick coochie print, that don't deem her worthy. I mean, now if you're controlled by your lust, yeah, I can see that. But bro, we gotta wake up. It's 2025. We gotta rise and fly.